temperature, 2 dummy lights, hazard, PTO. Yeah. Lights. Parking brake right here. 4-wheel drive right here. Here's the locker, the differential locker, the pedals right here. Push down on that. You got your PTO shaft here for the rear, both or mid. Then you got your your range selector here. It's got high and low range. I think it goes, I'm thinking it goes around 14 miles an hour in high range and probably around 6 miles an hour in low range. It's got some mirrors on here that come with it too. I gotta clean them. I just got this tractor home literally 2-3 hours ago, and I've been playing with it a little bit in the yard, and so far so nice. Works good. Works like it should, or whatever. I'll know more in time or whatever, but everything seems to be built well. So here's the Grapple. Kind of see how it's built. Got this one, I think it's KUBOTA. They got a bunch of these Solis tractors there. They got like a 75 horse tractor there. I don't want none that big. I was looking for something like this for in my yard. So beautiful, really nice. Get around the yard nice, and it's a little grapple thing. This thing's what a workhorse for the size. I just feel like I can lift it. I think it lifts, I don't know for sure, but they told me, I want to say it was around 13 or 4, I think it was 1,400 pounds. So, yep. I'll turn the lights on real quick, do a walk around with that. So here's the lights are on. Kind of see the lights are lit up there. Got a work light for the rear, so when you're working you can see what's going on back here, shining in the trees there. It's got a little work light here underneath this here sign. It's got the nice lights up front too. They're pretty bright. They look pretty decent. They got the little round I don't know what kind of lights they are, but I'm sure they work pretty good. Nice little tractor. So far so good. I'll see how it works. I'm going to keep using this thing, and I got a bunch of trees to do here, and I got a bunch at my relative's place, so let you guys know more after I use it more.
Yeah, so we had a bad storm come through here, brought some hail and some few tornadoes, and then like 2 hours later we had a big windstorm come through that produced probably 115 mile an hour straight line winds. I've never seen winds that strong before, just straight line. I'm not for sure. I heard they rated it like a hurricane or whatever, but had quite a few trees in my yard go down. I think between, somewhere 15 to 20 trees go down. Some were whole trees and some were just uprooted, or limbs or whatever, and some were whole trees uprooted and snapped off too. So I worked on these trees for like one weekend, and then I realized there was a lot going on and I had more to do, and found this tractor in town. It was a Solis 25 horse, had a good price on it. Seemed like it was well made, had some nice tires on it, runs good. I heard got a little Mitsubishi 3-cylinder diesel on it, and come with a third function, and they had a Grapple there where I was buying it at, and I thought, wow, this is going to be nice. So I had a bunch of tree work to do, and I'm really glad that I purchased this for the tree work so far. I've been using it. Here I got about 3 hours on. I'm still learning how to do the controls. A little bit getting used to. Once you figure things out, they start going smoother for you too, or whatever. But everything seems to be working nice and working like it should, or whatever too. So. It doesn't have no depth and no particulate filter on this tractor, so it's kind of emissions free or whatever. And it really does burn clean. I heard it had a Mitsubishi engine, which, you know, I feel like those are a nice little engine. It runs really nice. It's got a good sound to it. Really, really frugal friendly. It holds like 5 gallons of fuel, and it doesn't hardly burn any fuel when you're using it. I don't run it real fast when I'm doing this grapple work. I'm going to say I run between 1300 and 1500 RPMs or whatever. Seems like it's a great amount of RPMs to get the job done, and the fuel efficiency when you're running at that seems like it hardly uses any fuel. It just sips it. Just really gets a lot of work done, and you can work like a half a day and you only burn a half a tank. So it's like, you know, really nice there on fuel. It's a 4-wheel drive tractor. It's 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, and then it has a little lever on it that allows you to lock it into like a lock or two. So if you're in too high spots, you still got movement or whatever. It works well. Steers nice. Everything works good. I believe when I bought this tractor, they said it was like a newer model. I guess I don't know what the models all are or whatever, but it's got a self-leveling loader on it, which is kind of a nice feature. That means when you raise your loader up and down, it kind of stays, your bucket stays level, it doesn't tilt back, or so, you know, that's kind of a nice feature too to have on there. And it's got a really nice lift capacity on this thing too. It's I think it's around 1,400 pounds, so it, you know, I grab onto some pretty big logs. This ain't a huge one here, but I've been doing some other work with it too since then. But here I think I only have about 3 hours on there, so this is when it was like new or whatever, and it sure works really good here. Really nice tires. Here I'm grabbing a bigger log. I think this log here is probably, I want to say around 1,200 pounds. I don't know for sure, but it was definitely it was a heavy, wet cottonwood tree that blew down. And grabbing hold of that thing, and when they're really heavy, I just kind of lift them straight up with the grapple, even aiming downwards, and it seems like it does a good job of hauling them to the pile or to the dump trailer or whatever. Nice little grapple, and grapple is pretty economical too, and it's been working good. Here you can see the tractor, what it looks like with the tires. It's got like a nice big turf tire on there, really nice tires. Big nice knobbies on there for the turf side of things. And did a lot of work in my yard, and I didn't tear it up too bad. It didn't seem like there wasn't leaving any ruts or anything, and it was pretty wet when I was doing my work. It was definitely a lot of rain at the time too, so nice knobs there. You can see those tires. Like, I'd have to say, you know, I've had other tractors with like industrial tires, and I like those too. And these tires are definitely a nice tire. I'm impressed with them. Work well. Good ride quality, good traction, even look good. I think I got about 39 hours on it here. H24 plus hydrostatic drive. So I did have one little issue with the tractor so far that I've owned it. On my front end I have a third function, and where it hooks up to my grapple, there's 2 lines that go into that, and after about 10 hours of use, it seemed like they started dripping a little oil, so I just went in there with a couple of wrenches, and it seemed like the more I used it, the worse it dripped. And then after I got in there with some wrenches, I just snugged them up some, and the leaks went away. And I haven't had a problem since I tightened them up, and that was probably 15-20 hours ago when I did that. So been doing a lot of grapple work. You can see the tractor's definitely getting a lot of use out of it, but running good and working good. And what I gotta say again, how frugal this thing is on fuel. It just, that little motor is just a little bit of a, it's just hardly uses any fuel at all. Really nice. It's got cruise control, mid PTO, rear PTO, so it's got some nice features too. Comes with the one remote on the rear of the tractor too, which I liked. Very nice little tractor, very happy with it so far.